the minute body.
Alright,
What he says is, Sukshma is minute. So he calls it the Sukshma Sharira. It's the minute body.
It's good to hear that distinction. We'll find that word in our lessons.
The Christ another. Christ మీకు అందరూ దర్శనిస్తూ ఉంటాడు అక్కడక్కడ వచ్చి. అది సూక్ష్మ శరీరం.
He is talking about Christ. You have the Christ, right? Now he does appear to a lot of people here and there. Huh? How does he? Yeah, Jesus Christ. Now how does he do that? It is his astral bodies which do that job.
With their eyes being
he comes to them to bless the devotees, he says. To bless his devotees, he appears to them. His astral bodies do that work.
Would they be sleeping or could they be?
Yogi ke అనేక రకాల astral bodies ఉంటాయి. ఉన్న లక్షణం.
He says for a yogi, there are lots of astral bodies, of different kinds of astral bodies. The yogi has them. And through them he guides and helps people around the world.
The Bible has a prophet that comes to the world and he claims beautiful things. Many miracles are performed and people acknowledge him as the Messiah, okay, the second coming of the Messiah. And many people fall into his trap.
He says if you meditate well, you will come to know when he is going to come down here and when he has already come here.
I will tell him I will search. I will search endless.
Okay, let us say Christ does really come down. Let us say he has come down to you. Will you allow him to come near you? Will you accept him? That's what he is saying.
Jesus Christ, really? Yes.
But Jesus Christ now come down. The Ranistav.
ఇక్కడ రానిస్తారా ఎవరైనా క్రైస్తవం చెప్తే పోపాలు పర్వతి పాలు పోపు పదవి చేసి ఆయన ఇచ్చేస్తారా
He asks you. Now let us say somebody comes and claims he is Christ. He is Jesus Christ. Will the Pope resign his job and give that to Christ?
Will the Pope resign his job and give it to Jesus? And someone said he was Jesus.
Will he offer it to the Jesus Christ?
క్రైస్తవ వస్తే మళ్ళీ మొదల నుంచి మొదలెట్టుకోవాలని చెప్పు చర్చిలో
He says if Jesus Christ himself comes down again, he'll have to start his mission right from the beginning.
వాళ్ళే శత్రువులుగా ఉంటారు అన్నమాట.
These people themselves will be his enemies, he says.
Yes. Think about it. His own church would be his enemy?
That's it.
He even says it in the Bible. People come and say to him,
క్రైస్త వచ్చింది ఇజ్రాయెల్ ఆయన వాళ్ళు దేశం ఉండే కదా ఆయన చంపేసింది ప్రిన్సిపల్ లీడర్స్.
He's giving you an example to answer your doubt. He says the place where Christ was born and he was brought up, is it Jerusalem?
Jerusalem.
Okay. Now who killed him? Who got him killed? The people at the same place, isn't it? So it is his own people who got him killed.
I think what Mike's trying to say is in Revelations, the Christian doctrine in Revelation says that Christ will come back very soon in our lifetime and destroy all the evil on the planet and make
క్రైస్త ఓపెన్ గా వచ్చి మీకు అందరికి జీవితాడు కనబడతాడు. అప్పుడు మీ దగ్గర రానికల్లా మీ రిజర్వేషన్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ రాణిస్తారన్నాడు.
Again he's asking the same question. Now let us say Christ will come to you yourself, okay, and he'll openly show you that he is Christ. You'll be able to see it very clearly that he is Christ, okay, but will your religious leaders accept him?
No. I would, I think. I don't know if they would.
No, the question is this, the religious leaders, will they accept him? He's not asking about you personally, but he's asking about the religious leaders. He says the devotees will be happy. devotees, they will be happy to receive him. But what about the religious leaders?
They'll go to war with him, I think.
Children చెప్తారా
అంతే ఇప్పుడు చేశారు కదా అప్పుడు చెప్పు.
This is the same way that they did at that time.
Yeah.
మళ్ళీ కొత్త కొత్త మళ్ళీ సేవ్ చేస్తారు. అది కూడా కనపడకుండా ఉంటేనే మంచిది.
He says, again if he comes back now, that they'll again start a war with him, as you said. Okay, so it's better that he remains obscure. He doesn't come out.
భక్తులు సేవ చేసుకుంటూ ఉంటే మంచిది.
It's good that he remains away from this and then he serves his devotees.
You understand, no?
Yeah, interesting. But that changes Revelations.
I guess the point is that many people, when they read the Bible and the book of Revelations, take it literally. There will be a man who was that man, who must look like the same man and have the long hair, and he will wear the robe and say, I'm Christ. And therefore there will be another man who's mimicking him, who will be that particular body that says he's Christ, but he's actually the end. No, they're taking it very literally. And I don't know if it's literally.
అట్లా రావాల్సిన పని వచ్చిందండి.
He says, what's the necessary for him to come in the same form, the same clothes?
Exactly. And this is what people need.
What's the necessary?
ఇప్పుడు భగవంతుడు వస్తే అనేక రూపాలు వస్తాడు. అంటే క్రైస్త రూపంలోనే వస్తాడు. కానీ క్రైస్త ఏ రూపంలో ఉన్నాడు వీళ్ళు ఎవరికైనా తెలిసినా చెప్పు.
He's saying when God comes down here, he comes down in various forms. Okay, so the same way, well, God himself has come down in the form of Christ, right? So you know in what form Christ will be coming down. You know in what form he has come down.
ఎవరైనా చూసారా క్రైస్తని?
Did you ever see Christ?
No.
Did any of you see Christ?
క్రైస్త పోయిన ఎన్నాళ్ళకి వచ్చింది క్రిస్టియానిటీ?
He says after how many years after the death of Christ did Christianity come into being?
300?
The religion.
Couple hundred years, I think.
200 సంవత్సరాల తర్వాత వచ్చిందంటే
తర్వాత
200 సంవత్సరాల తర్వాత.
Well, it was Constantine that.
ఆయన ఎలా ఉన్నాడో వీళ్ళు ఎవరికి తెలియదు కదా.
He says, well, that means that the people who started Christianity, the religion, they don't know.
వాళ్ళ భావాలతోటి ఫోటోలు దిద్దారు అనమాట.
He says, if it is true that the religion had started 200 years after Christ died, then there's no way of believing that the people who started the religion, they had seen Christ.
Okay.
So they wouldn't have seen Christ, right?
Okay.
So it is only out of their imagination that they drew pictures of Christ.
Well, the records, the Dead Sea Scrolls, the records that are in the Himalayas and in India where Christ studied is,
క్రాస్ చూశారంటే వాళ్ళేమో హిమాలయాస్లో చరిత్ర ఉందంటే ఆయనది
రాశారు కదా, తపస్సు చేశారని చెప్పేసి మన పుస్తకంలో
ఆయన ఇండియాలో ఉన్నట్టు ప్రూఫ్ ఉంది దాని. Yeah, he says yes, and then he has already told this answer to the people who had asked him questions, and you can also find it in the new book that Christ had done penance in India.
Right.
12 సంవత్సరాలు తపస్సు.
He also had done the penance for 12 years.
చేసి వచ్చాడు బయటకు పాపం.
Well, what Swamiji says is he had undergone training. In the sense, he has done the tapas for 12 years so as to serve the people. But when he came out to serve the people, he was killed.
అట్లా ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ వస్తే అదే రూపం మీద చూడలేదు కదా వీళ్ళు. ఆయన రూపం తెలియదు కదా, ఎట్లాగా ఆయన రూపం ఈ రూపంలో వస్తుందని చెప్పగలుగుతున్నారు.
He's asking you a question. Now, these people have not even seen him. They don't know what his form is and how he would appear.
Right.
So how are they saying that this is the way, this is the form he is going to appear and be born again?
పోప్ లాగా వేషం మీద వస్తాడా? అడుగుడు.
So do you mean to say that he is going to take the form of Pope? In the same dress that the Pope wears now, you expect the Christ to wear the same dress?
ఇప్పుడు
The evil.
చెప్తారు, క్రైస్తు యోగి రూపంలో ఉన్నాడు, పోప్ వాళ్ళు పోలీసు రూపంలో ఉన్నాడు.
He's trying to tell you another point. He says Christ is in the form of a yogi, whereas the Pope now, he is in the form of a policeman, a security man.
Oh.